My name is Michelle Lisa Anderson, creator and founder of Love Over Addiction, a 4-week online program for women who love a man that drinks too much or suffers from substance abuse. So I want to share with you a personal story. Late one night, I was at the bookstore sitting on the floor surrounded with tons of books about alcoholism and addiction. My husband was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and our family felt like it was out of control. I had to do something. There were so many stories of men who found sobriety, but nothing for the women who loved them. I needed to know how to help him get sober once and for all. What should I do when he breaks his promises to get better? Should I threaten to leave? What can I say? What can I possibly say to convince him that this disease is hurting us? So that night, I got on my knees in the middle of the bookstore and made a promise to God. I said, if you help me find the answers I need to feel joy and happiness, I will spend the rest of my life teaching other women what I've learned. Here's what I've discovered since that late night in the half-empty bookstore. I've discovered how to stop feeling guilty and quit owning his decisions, how to stop giving my power over to other people's opinions. I've learned how to stop enabling and helping him stay sick, how to give him the best chance of recovery, what healthy boundaries look like and how to enforce them, what to say when he's in a bad mood, and how to stop letting his behavior affect me. As a result of all of this, I stopped trying to fix him and look up meetings, begging him to get help, getting embarrassed when we were out because he started drinking. I stopped driving away in my car and promising that I would never return, but always coming back home because I loved him. I started to surrender the shame and embarrassment of loving a good man. I stopped obsessing about him and started dreaming really big dreams for myself and my family. And I let go of all of the anger and resentment and really started feeling loved and happy. Instead of waiting around for him to get better and always being disappointed when his sobriety didn't last, I decided it was time to get myself better, to start my own program. I knew I was codependent and placed way too much value on his love for me. And I really wanted to feel like a courageous, loving, and happy woman. So I started researching everything I could get my hands on about recovery and addiction. I read tons of best-selling books, hundreds of articles from resources like the Harvard Business Journal and the Mayo Clinic. I went to group therapy, I went to individual therapy, I went to Al-Anon, I spoke with some of the top rehabs in the world. I took everything I learned and applied it to my own life. I dropped what didn't work, and a lot of it didn't, and came up with my own simple formula that got immediate results. And I created my own program that I could do in the privacy of my own house whenever it fit my schedule. It took 4 years and thousands of dollars to create. And one of the greatest gifts I receive is all of the women who have told me how life-changing the program is. I've had women who have told me that the program helped give them the courage to finally leave. And I also have women who have learned how to have great happiness and joy by staying. Because one of the most important things I discovered during the 10 years I loved an alcoholic and substance abuser is that I am not powerless over this disease, and neither are you. Our confidence, our joy, our strength is something we own. It doesn't need to be wrapped up in his addiction. Waiting for them to get sober is like dying a slow death. It's leaving our emotions in the hands of someone completely unreliable and unstable who is sick. We're constantly walking on eggshells, waiting to see what kind of mood he's in. And that is no way to live. Does this sound like you? If so, will you hang out with me just for a few more minutes and let me teach you one of the most helpful tools to get started in your recovery? I've spent the last several years teaching women in many countries how to react to this disease that gets them a warm, peaceful home, feel deeply loved, and know exactly what to do when he starts to act up that gives him the best chance of recovery. And like I mentioned earlier, one of the things that makes this program different is that I believe you are not powerless over this disease. You don't have to sit back and wait to see if he hits rock bottom so you can feel better. And if you're listening to me and thinking, yeah, right, Michelle, you can't see me, you don't really know me, I'm here to tell you with love. I do know you. We are sisters. I know the pain and suffering of loving a good man who is sick. I know what it feels like to have him choose the bottle, the pill, or the drug over me and my children. I know that this disease is progressive, and if neither one of you are getting the help right now, it will get worse. There will be more drinking, more anger, more depression, more drug use, unemployment, infidelity, drained bank accounts, and serious health issues are just some of the realities of this disease. It feels scary, doesn't it? I know exactly how you feel. All of these things I just mentioned I experienced in my own marriage. But there is hope. There is such hope. I want to teach you one of the best tools that you can start using immediately that takes back your power and enables you to feel like the beautiful, wonderful woman you are. Because once you know how to react and make healthy choices when you love an alcoholic or substance abuser, and not just live in that state of panic or anger, you will gain a sense of freedom to make healthy, empowering, life-changing decisions. You will be able to breathe again. Your future becomes exciting and joy fills your heart. So in the next email, I'm going to teach you how to deal with anger. So make sure you look out for that next Wednesday. But in this video, I'm going to help you with one of the most important things of your recovery. Are you ready? Forgiveness. And I'm not talking about how to forgive him. I'm talking about forgiving yourself. Loving an alcoholic or a substance abuser will break your heart. The lonely nights, the rejection, the denial will leave you feeling empty. Are you tired? Are you angry? Would you do anything to get him sober? Have you been waiting and waiting for him to get better, just to be let down again when he chooses drinking and drugs over you and your family? It's not your fault. You did nothing to cause this disease. No matter what he says, take no responsibility. Do not apologize. You are a beautiful, loving woman. If you put any woman, even like the best wife in the world, in a relationship with an alcoholic or addict, they would probably worry, nag, yell, cry, and feel like they were riding a roller coaster. It's not normal, so don't compare yourself with normal. Instead, forgive yourself for everything you've done in the past. The Love Over Addiction program will teach you exactly how to react that doesn't make you feel guilty and allows him to take a real hard look at his responsibility. But for now, relax. Take a deep breath. Give away all the ownership of this disease. You are just trying to get the man you love sober so you can have the relationship you need. You want to feel cherished. You want to feel noticed and adored. You want him to choose you over the bottle, the pill, the powder, the bar, the casino. Remember, he would be drinking or using drugs with or without you. You have no responsibility for this disease. So the next time he tries to blame you or you start to feel guilty, stop. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Do something that brings you joy. A bubble bath, a walk in the park, curl up on the couch and watch your favorite movie or some popcorn. You will be okay. You love a good man who's very sick. You didn't choose to have this disease. He is suffering just like you. There are 3 of you in this relationship. You, him, and this disease, and you can't fight it for him. And until you have the right tools, you will continue to be disappointed, leaving you feel like nothing will ever change. It's time to do something different. It's time to bring light and hope into your life. Every day does not need to be a struggle until he decides to get sober. You can laugh without fear of your future, and you can feel like life is good. I hope you found this helpful.